So, hello, welcome back.
This is us.
We are here. This is episode what, 7? 7. Man, the semester is over.
Yeah.
And you know what comes with the end of the semester? The Golden Globes nominations.
Apparently. So let's talk about that. Great fucking segue, man.
I tried. I tried. Yeah, so this came out, what, like 2 days ago?
Yeah, something like that.
Cool. Mad Max.
Yeah, best picture. It's fucking sick.
The Golden Globes knows what's up.
The
Yeah.
Golden Globes is such
Better than the Academy.
Well, no, or either
Oh,
that,
no, yeah.
or they got the shit bribed out of them, which is totally a thing
Yeah.
that happens.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was, because
I looked
Mad
at the
Max.
nominations and it was funny because I looked at them and all I kept thinking was just, wow, no, like I haven't seen any, like these movies aren't out yet.
yeah, they're straight up either not out yet, or they're in such like small, not small markets, but
Yeah,
you know, limited release, Los Angeles and New York, and we're in such a small market that we wouldn't even have the
Yeah.
opportunity to see it right now.
Oh boy, can't wait to see Carol. Where's that playing? The city?
Fucking Lincoln Center.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any nominations, so I don't know what they are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's take a look.
Well, the most important one is that through some weird situations, Mad Max was nominated for Best Drama, like film overall.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is so awesome.
For starters,
Deserves to be.
not sure if it's a drama.
It's not a comedy.
It's racing. It's NASCAR.
Action.
I mean, it's a car chase.
It's a car chase.
Yeah, but like that's closer to drama than comedy. There's funny parts, but like,
No, I don't know. See, I don't even think there were funny parts of the movie. There's no part of the movie where I'm like, that was so funny.
it's like lighter than a drama.
Yeah, but
Like
I
the
think
movies
it's
it's up against is just like
the
Revenant. It's like fucking Leonardo DiCaprio's buried for some reason.
Yeah.
Like that's fucking dark. No one
Carol.
got buried in Mad Max.
I haven't seen Carol. Like I haven't seen it, and there's out of nowhere, I just feel like it's like Carol's an amazing movie. Like look at all this
I
stuff.
don't even know what that movie is.
Yeah,
Leslie
it
Edens.
stars Kate Blanchett and Rooney Mara. So it's just I think it's more of just like a performance-driven
Yeah.
drama.
So
Yeah,
the boss and the girl with the dragon tattoo are together.
The boss, yeah. She kind of looks like her. I can see that.
She's like straight up based off of Kate Blanchett, the boss.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought everyone was just based off David Bowie.
Well, both. It's like a mixture.
Yeah.
Kate Blanchett is based off David Bowie
Yeah.
Yeah.
in real life.
Yeah.
Everything is based off David Bowie. David Bowie is eternal.
He's the man who sold the world.
He is. Yeah, so that movie just looks like very performance-driven lesbians.
Is it lesbians?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Come on.
Cool.
That usually garners some award
Yeah.
attention. Usually.
Mm-hmm.
Carol, Mad Max, The Revenant, Room, which is another performance-driven.
I don't know that one at all.
It's another performance-driven drama. About
But it
being
is kind of funny, I think, to see these performance-driven movies being put up against Mad Max, which is literally a driven movie.
It's literally a car-driven.
Literally a car
And
driven.
they're just so it's so radically different than anything else that is nominated. Even the comedies, The Big Short, Joy, The Martian, Spy, Trainwreck. It's like
If Spy wins anything, punch myself in the balls.
I'll hold you to that.
I didn't see that movie.
Yeah, it was okay.
I don't really find Melissa McCarthy to be that funny.
Yeah,
honestly.
me neither.
Like I saw
She was-
Tammy and I thought it was so dumb. And
I
boring.
hated Bridesmaids.
Like it's.
I literally couldn't finish
I'm just not. It's just not for me. Her humor. It's
No,
just
no.
not
I mean,
that.
I
I
think
got-
she's an
I got-
okay actress. But
Yeah.
it's like,
No,
I got to the point
think
of
she's a funny
Bridesmaids
person.
where they were pooping in the street, and I went, yeah, okay.
that's the best part of the movie.
Off.
Off. I mean, it doesn't. That's the peak. That's the peak. Oh, and the airplane scene.
The peak of comedy, pooping in a street.
Shitting your. It was kind of funny. Did you see the airplane scene at least?
Yeah,
Okay.
I hated it. I hated everything about it.
We can disagree about the airplane scene. There's good parts of Bridesmaids, but most of it is like, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. People
It's just
fucking herald that movie as some like fucking amazing comedy when it's nothing.
There are funny parts.
Anyway,
That's it.
so yeah, one of the parts about the Golden Globes that I always find funny is all the TV nominations, which I just know nothing about. Like I got
Yeah.
nothing. Like I know Fargo's supposed to be a good show, but I
Yes.
haven't seen any
Yeah, I
of it.
haven't watched Fargo yet.
Fargo's nominated for Best Television Limited Series.
Mm.
So it's up against American Crime, American Horror Story, Flesh and Bone, and Wolf Hall. Just shows I've never ever seen.
Yeah.
literally never heard
I only
of it.
watched the first season of American Horror Story after that. I haven't watched any of it. So.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, I'm not.
The first season's actually really good.
I watched the first episode. I'm like, I'm good.
I watched the first season as well.
It's actually good.
It's pretty good.
After that, it gets
I didn't love
like,
I didn't love the
it's
ending,
weird.
and then it did just turn into like I don't know, a circus. It's like
Yeah, they tried.
They had, like,
they
a
made it
weird-
like this anthology thing. If it was just that like mini series like
Yeah.
the first season, it would have been really strong. But
Yeah.
Now it's like this weird anthology.
now they're just
thing, and it's
looking
like,
for
I don't
different
know.
locations.
Yeah.
American Horror Story, back of Phil's apartment.
American Horror Story Moon Bounce.
Yes.
I've watched it. No, I think it's kind of cool that they have like the same actors coming back to do. different
Yeah,
roles.
no. The premise is fine. I just don't.
Yeah, it's just
like
not as
I think it's
strong.
too much now. It's like
Yeah.
I think it's also kind of like semi-killing what horror is in a way, because like it's not scary.
I mean,
Yeah, it's just psychological. Like the first season's not like scary.
It's like
just
there's
very
creepy
psychological.
shit.
Yeah,
There's like
yeah.
But
bloody,
like not even
gory
like
stuff.
not even like psychological. It's just a whole bunch of like. It's like the fucking Walking Dead, where it's just like people bitch and moan about stuff that like has like who cares. It's like I don't know.
I don't watch one of those.
Yeah.
This year, Hulu made its first nominations with
Like an original series.
Yeah, the show Casual, which I've heard was pretty good.
Wait, did Hulu do that Transparent show, or was that?
No, that's Amazon,
Okay.
which is also nominated. Transparent. Yeah, all the comedies, best television series, musical or comedy. Casual, Mozart in the Jungle, Orange is the New Black, Silicon Valley, Transparent, and Veep. None of those are network comedies. They're all on streaming or HBO.
Did Master of None get nominated for anything?
It should have.
It should have, but
I
for
only-
whatever
I just
reason,
started it.
it was nominated for
It's very-
Best Actor, Aziz Ansari.
Okay.
Which is like,
Nah, give that to Aziz's dad.
This
I
is-
just
Yeah.
I just watched that episode.
His parents in the show are so good.
Oh,
they're great.
They're the
But
best.
I was very confused by that because I'm like, he's not the best actor. The show was great.
Yeah, he's not the best actor on the show.
I
I've
don't-
only watched 2 episodes. I really
Yeah.
can't.
I mean, maybe they only watched 2
Eric
episodes.
Wareheim, that's his
Yeah.
tall friend. He was probably the funniest actor on the show.
Yeah,
so.
he's great.
Oh, I was so, yeah, I didn't
His
know.
tall friend with
Yeah, I
glasses.
know. I love Tim and Eric. I didn't know Eric Warren was on the show. I was so
Yeah,
happy
he's
about
definitely
that.
the funniest part of the show.
He's also a director on like 4 of the
Yeah, he
episodes.
directed one.
He's incredible.
He's great. I love
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Do you guys watch Tim and Eric?
No, but he was a great director on Master of None,
Yeah.
which is so different from Tim and Eric.
Yeah,
of what
yeah,
I've seen.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Tim and Eric.
Because it's not nonsense.
But this category is pretty stacked. Best actor in a comedy, Aziz Ansari for Master of None, Gael Garcia Bernal for Mozart in the Jungle, Rob Lowe for The Grinder, Patrick Stewart for Blunt Talk, and Jeffrey Tambor for Transparent. He'll probably win.
What? Yeah.
It's a show on Stars, and it's like a
talk show host.
yeah, he's like a talk show host, but also just like a fucking crazy person or something. I've heard it's great.
I haven't heard of most of those shows. So.
Yeah, that's my thing. Like, it's like, oh, I haven't heard of any of these.
I've heard of The Grinder, but I haven't watched it.
Either way, all these actors are great.
Yeah.
I mean, and then there's Aziz Ansari.
Yeah.
It's like I love the show, but why are you there? It just doesn't make sense.
For Aziz. Yeah, so those are all interesting. And I mean, when do Academy nominations come out when?
Sometime in January, I believe.
Okay,
Because the
not-
show is in February.
Yeah, not for a little while.
Yeah.
I'm pretty. I mean, not to discount the idea of the Golden Globes, but it's like, hey, everyone knows what you're really looking for.
Of course. And then the other thing is the Golden Globes are like, this is a good start. This is a good get the
Yeah.
idea
Yeah.
of like what will be nominated for Oscars.
Wait, did any of you neither of you watched BoJack Horseman, right?
No, it's on my list.
It's okay. Like, I didn't love it. I only watched the first season. But there's one part that I do think is funny is he writes a book, and that wins a Golden Globe. So he goes up to accept it. He's like, you guys know this isn't like a movie or a TV show, and they're like, oh yeah, we just give these to whatever, because it's just supposed to be they just give Golden Globes to fucking everything.
I think that's funny.
Uh,
I think it was nominated for Best Animated Series.
Oh, BoJack.
I want to say that,
That would be funny.
but I don't know if I'm pulling that out of my ass or not.
Might be.
I did pull that out of my ass. They don't nominate Best Animated Series.
I'm a complete liar.
But this is also the first year where Netflix takes the most nominations.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
House of
Netflix-
Cards, Orange is the New Black. I think there were some other things.
Netflix and Hulu
Bloodline.
original stuff is very interesting.
Bloodline, Narcos, getting a lot of nominations. Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of the crazy thing about Netflix has way more original programming than you know about because because
Yeah.
like all the big ones are like heavily advertised, but then they have tons of other like comedy specials and movies and all this
Oh my
other
God.
stuff. Like
Yeah.
there's
Great
that
stuff.
the movie what is it called? The Idris Elba one with
Beast of No Nation.
Yeah,
He's
I-
nominated for
I
a
know
Golden Globe.
I want to watch that movie. I've heard
Is that
it's
only
really
on
good.
Netflix?
Yeah, it's a Netflix movie.
Oh wow, I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah. So
I
like,
heard that was really
yeah, it's definitely goes to show you that like the times they are changing basically.
Yeah.
Like network TV and like stuff is really
I mean,
catch up.
some of the
Yeah.
networks produce shows for Netflix now.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if you think the Marvel shows, like those are ABC productions,
Mhm.
and then
So did you finish Jessica Jones?
Yes.
Okay.
yeah, those are ABC productions.
Because Disney-
Master of None was a Universal production,
Mhm.
and Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt was also
Yeah,
Universal.
I haven't watched that show. I've heard it's funny.
Yeah.
What do you think of Jessica Jones? Just kind of
Very good.
very good.
Very good.
What do you think of the ending?
I like the ending a lot.
I really didn't like the final scene. I thought that kind of like robbed her of like all the development. It was like, okay, so all of that just happened and you're still just like not gonna change? You know what I mean?
She's got to help people now. I guess.
I know, but
she was
she
kind of
wasn't-
reluctant to help people in the
Yeah.
beginning.
I know, but I think the idea is that wasn't the whole show her realizing that that like she can help people, but now to have her sit in front of a phone ringing with people asking for help and to delete their messages, doesn't that kind of make that whole development?
Well, that was the other guy was there, and he answered the phone.
I understand that, but she didn't do shit. She deleted the fucking messages. That kind of robs her of that entire development of I can help people now, and then
I
turns
think
back
she's
into
just kind of fucked up in the head after everything that just happened, and
Oh,
she
yeah.
like kind of needs time to process like her entire life. I think that's
About a
kinda-
year until the second season comes out.
Yeah, if there is a second season.
Yeah, we'll see.
I think they made some statement about like if we're gonna do a second season, it's not gonna be till after the Defenders based on contractual stuff.
Oh,
And like the
interesting.
showrunner, she said
I'm
that.
s-
So
I'm
she said like
super-
we're interested in doing it, but because of contract stuff, it
Yeah.
has to be after the Defenders.
I'm super interested in Iron Fist. I really want
Yeah.
to see what they do with
Yeah,
that.
because we don't know what the hell's going on.
They just got a showrunner. I don't know who he is though.
I forgot.
Yeah, so we.
I really
Some
want
guy.
to. I really want to see what they're gonna do with that. And
I'm very excited for Luke Cage also. That.
Luke Cage was cool in this. He actually appeared a lot less than I thought he was going to.
Yeah.
Because in the first few episodes, it was like, there's Luke Cage, there's Luke Cage. She's having sex with Luke Cage.
Yeah,
a
isn't there
lot.
like the first 5 episodes and then he just comes back to
Yeah, and then like the end to be like a
Yeah.
fucking battle. One of the coolest set pieces of the show was that like music venue.
Yeah, that was great.
Oh, and I
Yeah.
was like, look at this fucking boss fight arena.
Yeah.
And sure enough, she fights Luke Cage
Yeah.
there.
It was literally like
Yeah.
the first like ex-boyfriend fight in Scott Pilgrim in that music venue.
Oh yeah, when he fights Matthew Patel.
Yeah.
That movie's awesome. But yeah, I really like Jessica Jones. A friend of mine also finished it. He said kind of like, yeah, it's awesome. I really enjoyed all of Kilgrave's scenes.
I think most people enjoyed it
Yeah.
generally.
It was kind of
Does
like
it?
weak at the beginning. I thought like the first episode was so nothing to me. It's like,
I agree with that, but.
I still need to finish Daredevil just because I felt like Daredevil didn't have the same supporting cast going for it that this one
No,
did.
it definitely does not.
Because
Definitely
Daredevil's
does not.
supporting cast, they kept giving them so much time, and I'm like, I don't fucking care
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
any of you.
That's
Yeah, a lot of it
definitely.
is just like, yeah, this doesn't even really lead to anything.
Like even
Also,
even
it had like a showrunner in the beginning, and then it switched to different showrunners like in like midway through. So
Oh,
that's
because
why
he was working on a different something.
Yeah, that's why the beginning was like really strong, and then it got kind of weaker towards the end.
Even-
So it had
even-
that problem with that Jessica Jones didn't have, obviously. So
Just like a unified vision.
Yeah.
like a unified vision.
not even in terms of like, oh, like they're more side characters with superpowers like Luke Cage and Jessica and Kilgrave. Just the idea that like Malcolm was more interesting than anyone in Daredevil. Like he was just cool. I like
Better actor, definitely.
Yeah.
Than
Oh my
half the
god.
cast.
Yeah. And like the one subplot I hated in Jessica Jones was the lesbian divorce.
Lawyer lady.
Yeah.
Because it didn't do anything.
They did nothing with
The
it.
only thing that it showed us is that Hogarth is a fucking terrible person. Like
Yeah.
that's the only
It
thing
was-
that it tells
yeah,
us.
it was so
and we could have
nothing.
found that out otherwise.
One of my friends goes,
Yeah, her Robin Wright House of Cards haircut didn't give it away at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, but that was so nothing because he's like, oh, like you didn't even like when he did the 1,000 cuts thing. I'm like, yeah, but that wasn't her. That was Kilgrave. That still had nothing to do with like all of that.
And that was a
shit.
great scene.
That was
Yeah.
a cool
really,
scene.
really
Yeah.
horrifying.
That was a cool scene. But
Yeah,
like,
from a writing.
that was Kilgrave.
From a writing standpoint, that subplot didn't absolutely nothing.
it did
Well,
not.
it did. It brought that scene.
I get
That's like the
That's
only.
called a contrivance, and we don't like those things.
I realized.
Yeah, I know, but it's like not. It didn't feel like natural. It was just
Yeah, I realized that it was
there.
there, just kind of in the background and developing to be like, okay, eventually it'll have something to do with Kilgrave.
It
But
did,
like,
but
just to
not
give it
like-
so much time,
Yeah.
and it's just like.
Yeah, that was like the weakest part of the writing, but other than that, it was
Yeah.
really strong.
I liked Malcolm. I thought he was cool. Jessica was great. Setting up Nuke was cool.
Yeah.
The guy with the pills.
And
That's like
her friend Trish is Hellcat.
Okay, that's a cool character name. I didn't know. What does she do?
She just like beats up bad guys.
No powers or anything. Does she start
I
taking
think
those pills?
I think she's like strong.
That pill almost killed him, so no.
Yeah, I don't think she.
If she like crushed it up and like snorted it, that would be a better effect.
Yeah, that scene was also
Probably, but also.
That fight scene was also weird. It was cool, but it was weird.
Which
when they're
fight
fighting in Jessica's apartment with Simpson, she's like,
yeah.
I'm gonna take it. She's like, it's so
Yeah.
And she's like gonna die. Like, oh my.
She's like fucking ready
what's
to go.
happening?
Yeah,
it's
the Simpson, the Simpson stuff was kind of
this is
odd.
weird.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I partially knew that he was like going to be a thing,
Yeah.
but when it started out,
Such
it
a
was just
weird character.
it was just so surprising. Just
Yeah.
like him, like,
He was
hey,
weird.
like detective, blah blah blah. Can you tell me about this? And he's like, yeah, man. And he just fucking kills him. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, that I was like, I literally gasped. I was like, wait,
Yeah.
I was not expecting that to
Yeah,
happen
and he's
at
just
all.
like time to murder
What's
for no
happening?
reason.
Yeah, I don't know.
And-
Good
But
show.
don't do drugs. Kids.
Oh, that was my biggest complaint. There's this one fucking terrible scene in that show
Yeah.
when the crazy sister lady whose brother
Oh,
dies.
Robin.
Yeah.
When she brings together all the people
That didn't
and
make
they
any sense,
attack
weird.
Jessica for
Yeah,
no
it was-
fucking
didn't make any
reason
sense.
and let go of Kilgrave, I was like, holy shit, that was the worst.
Yeah, those-
that was padding in its purest form. That was, shit, this show's gonna end right now, isn't it? Like, the show's over.
Yeah.
We need something to happen. That was so bad.
Like those
hated
like
that.
those neighbor characters, the girl and the brother. The brother like served a purpose, like
Yeah.
getting killed, but like those characters were like played up way more than they should have been. Like they should have been much more in the background.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like they should have been. I don't know.
just,
They were just kind of there too much.
that made no sense. Because she riles up this meeting and it's like, let's go find Jessica. And at first you think, okay, they're gonna like interrogate her and it's gonna lead to like an interesting scene or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they just attack her.
Yeah,
for
it was,
no
It was
reason.
weird. It was weird. I don't know. I just like that guy in the support group who like Kilgrave just made him give him his jacket,
Oh, his
and
jacket.
he's just so traumatized.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I didn't want. I wanted to,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
did. It's like, dude, you just fucking gave him a jacket. Shut the fuck up.
All the
Like,
all the scenes with
that,
Kilgrave.
that was funny.
All the
That
scenes
was-
with
that was
Kilgrave
funny.
are so
Oh, he's
good.
amazing.
David Tennant is great.
Amazing.
Every
Yeah.
scene with him was when I was more interested in the show. It's like, okay, what's he gonna do now? Like,
Yeah.
just him browsing the bookshelf and it's like, hey man, you can't take those. And I put that coffee in your face and he just does it. He's like, yeah, just
Yeah.
screaming.
But also, they kind of humanized him too, which was really cool. Because it was
Yeah,
like
they did.
he like
They
like
tried.
the fucked up stuff like in the
Yeah.
lab, and it's like, but actually he's cool with it now. And I mean,
They-
a lot of it was a little bit
yeah.
weird, but
It
they
was
tried.
interesting that they tried to humanize him, but there was still this whole like thought in the back of your mind. It's like you're hearing both sides of the argument, so it's kind of not clear which is truth and which is a
Yeah, I
lie.
think
Yeah.
that was the point of it.
Because
yeah.
it's like the parents are like, you made me put a fucking iron on my face, and he's like, you put me in a lab. So it's like, you both suck. Like,
Yeah, kinda.
I think that was the point of it.
Yeah.
of it.
But also him saying like, I never know when people are doing things of their own free will. That's crazy.
See, but that kind of raises the question, though, of clearly he says he's not controlling Jessica, like when she lives at his house,
Yeah.
her house. When she lives there, he's like, I won't control you or whatever.
Yeah.
So does that mean he can turn it off by himself? Because he never controls her there.
I just don't think he
No,
tried to.
I don't.
control
Yeah, no. I think the way it is he
Like he
has
just
to.
watched his
he
words.
literally has to watch his words because
Okay.
I think if he says like a commanding statement like "Get me that glass of water," people will just do it.
Oh yeah,
like
because he brought up, he
it's
brought
not
up that
like
line.
it's not like a mental thing that he can turn on and off. It's literally the words.
Yeah,
that he says.
he brought up that line.
Everything he says, if it is a command, will be
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
But he has no idea if they're doing it of their own free will or.
He said, he was like, oh, I told a guy to go screw himself one time. Do you have any idea how weird that was to watch? Like,
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that show, and as such, I'm more interested to see what Cage will be like.
Yeah.
I'm hopefully I'm like
Excited for
optimistic.
Daredevil season 2 also.
Yep.
Luke Cage, can't complain.
That's at least a reason to finish Daredevil season 1 because season 2 is going to be really good.
Yeah, they've got the Punisher.
Yeah, like Punisher,
I think I just feel
Elektra.
like-
It's going to be.
Turn on Daredevil and like the.
That's gonna be more of like a
and do other
superhero.
things.
That's gonna be more of like a superhero.
Yeah, this one was
God, I
interesting.
hope so.
Because season 1 is just like big setup,
Very bad.
and now it's like
Yeah.
and now this is gonna be like superhero.
Here's Elektra
stuff.
and
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Elektra
fucking
and
Punisher.
Punisher. great.
and
Awesome.
Yeah.
and Terry Bogard.
Who?
Terry Bogard.
What?
Who?
Yeah, he's gonna be there.
Who's Terry Bogard in the show? I don't get it.
He's Terry Bogard.
What are you saying?
I'm joking.
I don't know who that is.
I know who that is, but I don't understand why you made that joke.
Because it's a shitty city to like beat up criminal guys.
Oh, you mean
and
like
that's bas-
Southtown?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
basically Fatal Fury.
Metro. I would have said Metro City. Yeah,
Yeah,
Hagrid's gonna come
yeah.
out.
That would have been fucking hysterical. But anyway, speaking of superheroes, X-Men trailer.
Superheroes, X-Men trailer.
That
We
was-
just watched it.
I just watched
What
it.
did you think of it?
I don't know. Looks-
Yeah,
Like I was like
Exactly.
I'm excited for the movie, but I'm also like it could be really bad. I don't know.
Dan and I said the exact same thing. It was a trailer.
I
watched
I don't
it,
know.
it
I'm
happened.
probably never gonna get over Apocalypse design. He looks so bad.
I think
He
they're gonna
looks
work
so
with it.
stupid though.
You know, what really caught me
Because
off guard?
like at least like yeah, you don't have to make him look exactly like he does in the comics, but in the comics he's fucking huge though. And
There was
it's
no-
just
there
like
was
a
There's
weird.
one scene in
No.
the trailer where he gets huge.
Yeah, he grew bigger, but I don't know.
I don't know, that was pretty cool looking.
I think
I
what
didn't know
they're-
that Nightcrawler's in it. That's intriguing.
I think what's gonna be done to him is he's gonna start as like Ivan Ooze, and then like at one point in the movie, like a thing's just gonna happen, and for the rest of the movie, he's just gonna be big CGI monster man. Like,
Okay.
I think that's what they're gonna
Maybe.
do.
We'll have to see.
I had no idea what Oscar Isaac actually looked like. Like I didn't know what
He's in Star Wars.
I know that, but like I didn't put it together in my mind. I'm like, oh, that human is Ivan Ooze. Like I didn't realize that was him. Like I didn't realize he looked like a
Yeah,
normal
it
person.
literally could have been anyone in there.
Yeah, you know,
Mask,
yeah.
suit, thing.
There's so much on top of him that I didn't recognize him. I'm pretty excited for that just because I love Psylocke. I think she's an awesome character.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna bring up Psylocke.
And she's
actually.
in that.
She's pretty
That's the
cool.
thing, they have a lot of great characters in X-Men, and in the movies, but not, the greatness of the character just never translates over to the movie.
Yeah.
I think the only one they've got right was Wolverine,
Yeah, because they tried Hulk.
because every movie was a
Yeah.
Wolverine.
Yeah.
One of my friends is like,
Quicksilver's pretty cool.
yeah, they did Quicksilver.
Yeah, that was cool.
One of my friends is like, oh dude, yeah, one of my favorite X-Men characters is Cyclops. I'm like, Cyclops fucking sucks.
I
In the movies, he
Yeah.
sucks. In the comics, he's basically Captain
I
America.
don't like Cyclops at all.
In the comics, he's Captain
I
America.
know all
and
the
that
I
makes-
get what you're saying, but I don't like Cyclops.
I know I was like, in the movies he sucks. He's like, yes, in the movies he sucks. And I know in the comics all he does is like cheat on his wives or whatever.
I don't know if that, I don't know.
Like that's a
I
lot
haven't
of,
read enough.
That's a lot of his
that.
plot lines is just cheating on any spouse he gets.
Yeah.
But
Whatever.
yeah, no, the whole idea that like I didn't know that Cyclops was supposed to be like the leader of the X-Men. He's supposed to be like the guy for the X-Men.
Yep.
I was like, oh, Cyclops, you mean that douchebag that won't go away and wears like sunglasses and tries to fuck around with Hugh Jackman all the time?
That's why
Like,
he's the
yeah.
leader.
but yeah,
Yeah, he sucks in the movies.
yeah, he's
Which is why I'm like somewhat excited for this, but like the way they've treated the characters in the past, like even Nightcrawler, like you're like excited for that, but
Well,
He
I'm
was
just
okay
excited.
next to.
I'm just
He was
excited
okay.
because
he's way cooler in the animated series.
he's probably one of the best parts of X-Men
He is one of the best parts.
But, you know-
Colossus is so underdeveloped in all
Yeah.
these movies. He's a great character.
too. Well, the only reason I'm excited about Nightcrawler is because I literally didn't know Nightcrawler was in the movie, and that I was surprised by seeing
Yeah.
it in the trailer.
Okay.
That,
Sure.
that was it.
Jubilee's in the movie too, which is kind of like
Jubilee,
What
Storm,
did you
Jean
guys
Grey,
think of
Cyclops.
the previous two X-Men movies? Were your
what First Class and
First
Yeah,
Class
just generally.
was surprisingly good.
First Class
Yes,
was great.
I
I
agree
really
with
like
you,
I
yeah.
really like First Class.
Yeah.
Days of Future Past was pretty good.
Yeah, it was okay. I watched it. I didn't hate that I watched it, but I'm like glad I did watch it because now I can see the next one and be like,
Yeah.
okay, whatever.
I went into the movie going, this is going to be an X-Men movie. It's going to be okay. Like, and I walked out satisfied.
Some cool set pieces, definitely.
Yeah.
The
stadium.
Magneto lifting
Yeah.
up the stadium,
Yeah.
that was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
They always do the best set pieces with Magneto.
Cool.
Okay, besides Wolverine, Professor X and Magneto
Oh, because
are
fucking Michael Fassbender is such a good actor. It's like
Yeah,
not
I-
even funny.
James
like,
McAvoy, it's
Exactly,
like-
exactly.
and then Patrick
It's
Stewart
not
and Ian
very-
McKellen.
This like
Yeah.
You can't get
prequel past trilogy
Yeah.
that they're doing is the story of Xavier and Magneto. Like that's what they're doing.
That's awesome.
Which is great. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, because it's
And now in this
two
one-
of the best X-Men characters ever.
And now in this one, it's going to be interesting because it's like Magneto is one of the Horsemen. I guess Apocalypse's powers is literally to control mutants.
I don't know.
I
I'm
thought Apocalypse's
confused.
power is literally he just do anything. I
Yeah,
thought that was
I-
his power. Basically,
I thought
he's
he's
God.
just the best.
I thought he's basically God. Basically.
I think he can control mutants.
Maybe.
I-
But yeah, I X-Men First Class I thought was amazing. I was
Mhm.
like, wow, this movie's really good.
Yeah.
Days of Future Past I really enjoyed, but not as much as First
Yeah.
So,
That
I
being
think first
said,
class is better.
yeah, definitely.
yeah,
that's better.
but first class also, I don't know. I've watched it since, and it just like doesn't hold up as well. It's just like some of the things are kind of weird. I don't know. It was fun the first time for me, but after
Yeah,
that,
I
it's just
haven't
like,
seen it in a while, so maybe I have to rewatch it.
Yeah, it's on TV a lot.
I do like for Days of Future Past out at the end how it kind of like, oh yeah, remember that X-Men The Last Stand how it was really bad? Well, it doesn't matter anymore because it's gone.
Yeah.
I like that
Just
how
this
they
reset
instead of
thing.
just saying like, oh, we're just gonna do a reboot and just forget those movies, that they like in universe
Yeah.
rebooted it, which I thought was really nice.
Yeah, it was cool.
After I saw Days of Future Past, I remember like tweeting out, I was like, I just saw the greatest like reboot of all time.
Yeah, it's actually
the reboot
it was,
happened before our
It was
eyes.
exactly
No,
it
what it-
literally did.
What I
yeah.
said was X-Men Days of Future Past was basically just a really long version of saying, hey, X3 never happened.
Yeah.
Like, just a really hour-and-a-half long way of
Well,
saying.
pretty much none of the original movies happened.
You could have.
They could have. The first two.
That's the whole
first two
thing.
could've,
It's like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
it could have happened.
Yeah, the third one definitely
Maybe.
did though. Yeah.
But don't worry, Cyclops is back.
Yeah, that was a good way of rebooting it though.
Cyclops is back.
Yay, with his eye laser powers.
He's still wearing Oakley's in 2015.
Hey, that's why no one likes him.
You're probably right.
Yeah. No, I really like X-Men because I think I like X-Men a lot simply because it hits that whole like everyone has like their one thing, like
Yeah.
this is their thing.
That's why X-Men's great in the comic books. When they can like develop all the characters
Yeah.
with their powers and
Yeah,
make
it's
every
like-
scene badass for everyone.
In a lot of ways, I think that's also why I like stuff like Hero Academia, the manga, because it's like everyone has like their one thing. It's not like your Superman where you got 7. It's like, hey, what's your quirk? Like your quirk in Hero Academia, it's like, what can you do? Oh, I can make explosions. Oh, what's your quirk? I can talk to animals. Like it's not like
Yeah.
what's your quirk? I'm Superman. I can do everything. Or like I'm
And I'm a
fucking.
fucking genius.
Yeah.
That's why like JoJo's amazing because like the stands that can only do one
Yeah.
very very specific thing and nothing else are the best because
Yeah.
it's like what the how am I supposed to fucking beat this? I don't even
Yeah.
know what the hell this guy does. Like,
Yeah,
You know
you gotta,
that's
like-
what's like awesome. Yeah.
Like, yeah, JoJo, it's like, what
Because
can you
Jo-
do? What can you do? Like, Caesar. Caesar's a perfect
Yeah,
example.
yeah, exactly.
What can you do? Bubbles. That's lame. No, it isn't.
No, it's not.
No, it isn't.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's like yeah, exactly. Because that show's just all like, oh, it's like a puzzle. Like each fight is a puzzle. Like what the fuck can this guy do? We have to figure out what they can do
Yeah.
before we can beat him. And it's only one thing that they
Yeah,
can do.
the
you
whole
know?
idea of like, this is your thing,
Yeah.
figure out how to apply
That's-
your thing,
That's entirely what JoJo
is what I love
Yeah,
about
exactly.
X-Men, I love about Hero Academia, JoJo does
Yeah.
it really well too.
One Piece with the devil fruit thing.
Yeah, One Piece also actually really,
Sure.
because,
That's not a huge part of it. Devil fruit.
no, but it really
No,
is.
I know. I know
Watching-
very, I know very
background in a
basic
lot.
things
No,
about
watching
One Piece,
Luffy,
but
because
yeah.
it's like, what can you do? I can stretch. It's
Stretch.
like, oh, that's like cool enough, but then like, him
He figures out
yeah,
ways to
like him
use
being
it.
like, oh,
That's
I can
the
also
cool-
stretch my muscles to like to go gear second and stuff like that. And,
Yeah, that's exactly my point. Is like being limited to like one very specific thing makes it more creative.
yeah, I love that.
Find out creative ways to utilize this ability.
I
you
love
know?
that.
That's very cool.
Like,
Yeah.
like
Seeing the writers come up with cool creative ways to
Yeah.
just utilize this ability without giving them more. That's
Yeah.
cool. I like that concept.
yeah. No, there's a lot of. I'm trying to think of like a good one from like JoJo. Like in part 3, it's like, oh, what's your ability? I can. Oh, like the Hanged Man. It's like, oh, I can go into mirrors. It's like, oh, that's like.
It's not just mirrors; it's reflections.
Oh yeah, it's like any reflection.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah,
it could be a puddle of water.
so like
too.
it can be your eye. Like
Yeah.
the reflection can
Oh,
go
that's
into your
creepy.
eye.
They do that,
Yeah.
Or like Darby the Gambler, it's like in your heart, if you've given up on this game, I take your soul.
Yeah.
It's like, oh
Just
shit,
like
that's
little-
terrifying.
yeah,
you know,
just like
it's
little
like
stuff like
yeah,
that.
yeah, it's pretty cool. So
Really cool. I also really because they also and I think it's Iceman, like just going off of the whole idea of like how you can expand one thing.
Yeah.
It's like Iceman, what's your power? Ice. But it's like no.
it's
Think about that
Yeah,
more.
yeah,
What can you
yeah.
really do? You control moisture. You
Yeah.
control
energy.
Yeah, you control.
You're like slowing down the energy.
that's why he's like
molecules.
that's why he's like Omega level because it's like you just control like moisture molecules and
Yeah.
you can like control. So now he just like controls any sort of form of moisture. You can like make your blood fucking do whatever.
Yeah.
Like
He could.
Isn't
he
that
wouldn't
like-
do that.
Isn't that like that's like what Gambit controls, like kinetic energy or something?
Yeah,
like
that's
that?
why he uses cards. It's not
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, he makes
Yeah,
cards.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
not like
powerful.
cards. It's just like he controls energy.
Cards are easy to hold.
Exactly,
Yeah,
he can
fast,
easy
he
to
can
throw.
throw.
exactly.
whatever,
Just like the application of
and it's cool.
here's your ability, use it.
Yeah.
Like same thing with in Hero Academia, there's a girl named like Ashido Mina or something. It's like, oh, what's your ability? Oh, I make like acid or like different like substances like that. It's like, oh, I guess that's something. but she like puts it on her shoes and she can like slide really fast
Yeah.
places.
It's cool.
I love
So,
that. I love that type of
Yeah,
stuff.
it's really that's why I like X-Men a lot.
Yeah.
So-
It works. But we just have to see how it works
Yeah.
in the movie. Sometimes some of that, just like some of the stuff gets backgrounded, and it's like unfair.
A
to
lot of it
characters.
gets back. I think that's another issue of X-Men because it is such.
There's so
it's
many
X-Men.
characters.
It's like, hey,
Yeah.
here's
And
35.
I don't
so
know that
many
from the
characters.
beginning they've like. I mean, when I was a kid, I loved it, but like in the beginning they just focused on like the wrong characters at the time, and then when you get to First Class and you see the X-Men, then it's like, oh, Havoc and Banshee, and it's like, all right, they're kind of cool, but these are like clearly second generation X-Men.
Yeah.
Like the originals have the best powers.
Havoc's another perfect example of that. What can you do? I can scream. Hey, you can
No,
also
that's Banshee the other way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You can scream, so you can fly because of that.
Sure.
Like,
Yes.
yeah, it's like
Physics.
just apply your dumb thing to like
Yeah, exactly.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got two. May's gonna be a big month. X-Men and Civil War. So.
Yeah.
Oh, are those
Two-
both the same month?
May.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh no.
X-Men was at Memorial Day's at the end. Civil War's at the
Yeah.
beginning of May.
Do you guys know what movie is coming out the same day as Star Wars?
Nothing.
A new Alvin and the Chipmunks movie.
That same day, really?
Oh,
Want to see
yeah,
a
I heard about that.
slaughter in the
Yeah,
box
it's
office.
Yo,
amazing.
but why though?
And same, there's a movie
Because
with-
they
hang
probably
on,
knew
what
it.
is
It's so shitty that it doesn't
Yeah,
matter when
it's
it
such a
comes out.
safeguard.
We might as well just put it when Star
Yeah,
Wars
it's
comes
such a
out.
safeguard of
That's probably
what do
the
you
reason.
expect? Star Wars came out the same weekend, so they can kind of like sweep it under the rug of why they failed. No, there's another movie too. It's called Sisters, I think, with Tina Fey and Amy Poehler.
Really, that's coming out the same weekend as Star
That seems
Star
dumb.
Wars? That is so. That must be a horrible movie then.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. It's a very easy way of being like, oh no.
Because like I'm the audience for both of those movies. I
Yeah,
love Tina Fey
Sisters.
and Amy Poehler.
2015 film. The film is set to be released on December 18th, 2015.
What the fuck?
That means it must fucking suck.
Yeah.
Wow. Or they have like faith in like women that they'll just go see.
People that are not
Star
gonna see
Wars.
them.
It's like, oh,
They're-
you know,
they're
all the
boyfriends of
all the
each.
5-year-olds will go see Alvin and the Chipmunks. With whose parents?
Yeah.
All the parents want to see Star Wars.
All right. Daddy's gonna go see Star Wars. Go into Alvin and the Chipmunks and don't come back for a little while. Like
We hired a babysitter to take our children to see Alvin and the
yeah.
Chipmunks.
Sisters is another one, and it's like they're trying to be clever with it because I think Sisters and Alvin and the Chipmunks are like both releasing marketing stuff that's like making fun of Star Wars in a way. But it's like, what do you? You are literally like
There's nothing to gain.
yeah,
from
you're
this.
throwing stones at like a golem. It's just not doing anything.
Even if it's in jest, it's not gonna work out well.
yeah.
Like it doesn't matter.
Damn, I didn't know those movies were coming out. At the
Yeah, I
same
heard
time.
about the Alvin and Chipmunks.
Yeah, the
I
Alvin
don't
and
give a
the
shit about it.
I know exactly.
Like
That's why.
Tina Fey and Amy Poehler.
Like,
You're better
so-
than that. You're better than that.
I don't know. Are they better than
It was their
that?
decision.
I mean, 30 Rock and Parks and Rec are pretty.
Oh yeah, no, those are great. But this is pretty. Yeah. What an odd decision.
Yeah,
you know
it's
what I
definitely
mean?
weird.
So weird.
What a fucking murder that's gonna be.
R.I.P. those movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, literally a week until Star Wars.
Wow.
That's-
I know, it's
What a
crazy.
world.
I can't believe it.
I can't believe I still haven't bought my ticket. Guess who's not seeing Star Wars the first night? Have you bought your ticket?
No, I have finals until Monday. I'm not gonna see it until I go home. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm going home. Yeah, I'm going home.
I'm seeing it on Thursday.
No, I'm not
I'm
going.
so
I'm
excited.
not going home
Yeah,
until
you're seeing it
21st, so-
immediately.
No, the worst thing, I mean, like, it's like, okay, I get to see it before all my friends and shit get to see it. They're all going to see it on Friday, before you guys get to see it, before, like, my family gets to see it.
Which means you get shit.
Which means I have no one to talk to about
you
it
get
when
to
it comes
see,
out.
You get to see the movie that everyone's been waiting for, and you just have to shut your mouth.
Yeah.
By the way, turn off the internet on December 14th, because that's when the first preview screening is. So spoilers will be around starting December 14th.
I'm not turning it
Yeah.
off.
Just shut it down. Yeah,
Yeah, but-
turn it off. Like that fucking router from the South Park episode. You ever see that? Where they run out of internet? It's just a giant router in like the middle of nowhere. Yeah, so that should be interesting.
Yeah, how about that other amazing movie trailer for the second Ninja Turtles?
I don't hate it.
I'm so. How do you not hate it?
I don't hate it. It's got Bebop and Rocksteady.
Like, it looks so fucking stupid.
They have their exact outfits.
Yeah, no, but the CGI is so bad that it looks. I can't look at it. Like it makes
I
me
don't-
upset.
I didn't see the first one.
I
I'm
didn't
not-
either.
I didn't see the first
I didn't
one either.
have any real plan to, and at first I saw like, oh,
The-
TMNT trailer.
Literally, the only good thing about that movie is that Stephen Amell is in it playing Casey Jones. That's the only good thing
I
about
can
that
do
movie.
that. I watched
What's
the.
that?
He plays Arrow.
Yeah. I watched the Ninja Turtles trailer with no sound on because I didn't want to be fucking embarrassed. And
Hang on, guys. Let me just turn on my.
some of the fight scenes in the trailer look kind of cool, but I have no desire to watch it.
I'm not like optimistic. I basically just went, oh. Like,
I mean, it
I
seems
still
more,
have.
you were saying it seems more cartoony.
Yeah,
than the
it
first one,
seems
which
more
I'm
like
down for.
it seems like more like they like looked back at like the toys and stuff and were like, okay, there was a dumb van that shot like manholes and stuff. We'll put that
that's
in.
actually from like the cartoon.
Yeah, exactly. They like This
It's
time
like they're embracing the weirdness.
I think
of
they
it.
are. I think they're done with the
But-
whole like let's make it like grit or
I
whatever.
don't think even the first one was supposed to be like that.
That's the way it came off in the trailer.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
don't know,
But I definitely do enjoy that they're like, hey, here's Bebop and Rocksteady, and there's aliens in this one, which means I'm guessing Krang's probably gonna show up too.
Yeah, maybe.
So-
I get what you're saying, but I like Ninja Turtles way too much. Like I would not respect myself if I saw this movie.
That's fair.
So
I guess.
you know,
Yeah, I
But
guess.
as someone who doesn't like Ninja Turtles as much, it seems okay.
Yeah, as someone who still like, I enjoy Ninja Turtles, and I know like, I don't have, I mean, I'm not saying this movie looks good. I'm saying, hey, Bebop and Rocksteady look okay, and I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
So, I'm cool that they're just in the movie. That's it. Like Bebop and Rocksteady are there. Krang might be there, and it looks more like a long cartoon episode. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
it's like
I think that's
in
what it should
today's
be.
episode, like Bebop and Rocksteady show up and a Krang invasion happens. It's like that's just an episode.
That should be how it is.
Yeah.
That should be how it is.
Also, speaking of trailers, there was that like 10-second Godzilla thing that was just like ah, and then like it was over. Did you see the poster?
It's a Japanese
Yeah.
Godzilla movie.
Oh, cool.
So the trailer would not be on Facebook.
yeah.
Yeah. No, it was the poster looks.
Yeah, Toho's next movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on. Let me bring up
It's like their first
He
Godzilla
looks
movie in like 15 years or
10.
something.
Yeah, the last Godzilla Final Wars. was-
2004.
Yeah, 2004.
Hang on. I want to show you because he looks like evil in this one.
But is Bryan Cranston?
Does he die in the first 15 minutes?
What a shame.
Again. Hang on. New.
But is Space Godzilla in it? Because he's
Yeah, that would be fucking awesome. But hang on, I want to show you this new
That movie's
poster.
amazing. It's the best shit ever.
Space Godzilla. I want that poster for.
Space Godzilla is so cool. He's got big
Did you
dumb
s-
crystals on his shoulders. It's
The
great.
Godzilla versus Space Godzilla poster is so fucking cool.
All of those posters are so
Yeah.
good. The art is on point.
Which is why a lot of
Amazing.
people are conflicted on this poster. Holy shit, why can't I find it? He looks like evil. He looks like not good. You know what I mean?
Godzilla.
Yeah, he
What's
looks.
this one called?
Godzilla, I want to say like.
Resurrection.
Something, maybe something
Some
along.
generic title like that.
Yeah.
Requiem.
Yeah, maybe. Just Godzilla, subtitles.
Origins.
Yeah, oh, here it is.
Okay.
Yeah, he looks like not good.
That reminds me of the original like 1950s
Yeah,
Godzilla.
like,
Yeah,
like
that's
he's
what that
not
kinda
going to
looks
be
like.
a good.
But what's the name of the movie?
Gojira.
Gojira, yeah, something. It's being directed by Hideaki Anno, which
I don't know who that is.
the guy,
I don't know.
the guy who made Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Okay.
So this could be very interesting. Did either of you watch Evangelion?
No.
Okay, it's a
I know
very,
I'm supposed to watch it apparently.
it's a very like obtuse show because it's like, hey, robots, but also crushing mental problems. So like that could be interesting. How that fits into like something like Godzilla.
This is just
Does
his
that mean
way
it's
of trying to
gonna be
provoke
human
more
characters for
Evangelion.
90% of the movie?
I don't know. That's the thing, because Anno likes to do human characters and like the stress that comes with like stuff like giant
It's
monsters.
just gonna be Cloverfield.
I don't know, man.
Fuck Cloverfield.
I don't know, but but Anno's also really good at giant robot monster fights. So
true.
this could be fun.
So,
I
Could
mean,
be. We'll
you,
see.
you seemed mad at the teaser because it's like, oh, it's shaky
Shaky
cam.
cam, people yelling,
But-
and it's like, this isn't even a real thing.
But my response to that is, teaser footage doesn't mean it's footage from the movie.
I know.
It
But
could just be.
it didn't tease me in the right direction.
To me, it was a simple enough teaser. They're running from something, whatever.
I think
Duh.
just the knowledge that there's another Toho Godzilla movie is good.
Yeah.
And
Did
that's
you
all-
guys see
that's all.
Final Wars? How many Toho movies have you guys seen from
I have
Godzilla?
not.
The original.
None.
No, not none. I've seen the original. I've seen the Mechagodzilla. I've seen.
I mean, I've
seen
watched them
more
when
of
I was
like
little,
the
but
ones
not
from the 80s.
anytime recently.
I think
Okay.
I've seen King Ghidorah. Yeah.
Watch Godzilla Final Wars.
Yeah, I know. I want to watch that movie. I've heard. Because it's literally every kaiju in the same.
It's
movie,
like most.
basically.
I think they missed like one or two. They missed like King Caesar.
Yeah, whatever.
But anyway,
But it's
watch that.
Almost all of them.
It's an insane, just like experience.
Clusterfuck,
Yeah. Like there's all these
The good kind
the
of
best
Godzilla.
the best scene is when the American Godzilla shows up. The American Godzilla is in
'98 Godzilla.
Yep.
the Matthew Broderick
Yeah, yeah,
Godzilla.
that's 98.
They do something beautiful with that. It's awesome.
Okay, I can respect that.
Yeah. But yeah. I'm kind
The
of.
Matthew Broderick Godzilla. Like he plays Godzilla.
I don't know. What else is that fucking movie known for, huh?
Nothing.
Bad.
Nothing. It's
Literally
known for
nothing.
being a large pile of feces.
Yeah. Fecal.
Yeah. Jeff Goldblum looked at it and went, that is one big pile of shit.
Yeah.
And then he ran away.
He's not in that movie, is he?
He Godzilla now. He's in Jurassic Park.
He could have easily been in Godzilla.
He could have
also.
just shown up.
He usually just plays a scientist.
He
you
usually
know?
just plays Jeff Goldblum. They just roll the camera and there it is.
There was another fun action movie trailer coming out
What was
for a
that?
movie, Legend of Tarzan.
Oh, I didn't
Talk
watch
about
that.
it. It looks so bad. Did you watch it?
Yeah. It looks
Really? I didn't see
It
it.
looks so bad.
Because originally you
Okay,
originally we saw the trailer.
No,
we saw the
okay.
poster.
Here's what it is. In Legend of Tarzan, it's Tarzan and then like the ape face like right next to him, and it's like, what even
He
is this
transforms
movie?
into the ape.
That is not what happens. It doesn't transform into an
The
ape.
great
That
ape
is so
Ozaru.
good. So why would that happen?
It's
not-
Dragon Ball.
No, okay. So then, whatever. So I watched like a snippet of the beginning of the trailer
Okay.
from the director of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, and then there's some cool visuals, and I'm like, all right, I can dig that. And then I watched. Later on, I watched the whole trailer with the sound and everything, and oh my god. What even is this movie still?
What do you
There's some cool action things, there's some lots of CGI, incredible, just crazy shit. But then it's like, there's like a scene where Samuel L. Jackson is like, "You are Tarzan." It's like, what does
That's
that
like a
even
human
mean?
or like a
Yeah, no, he plays like a guy from like America.
Oh, like so like almost making Tarzan into like a figure other than this one guy.
I don't even know. It's just like, you are Tarzan. Like, what does that mean? Does that mean like Tarzan the book like exists in this universe
Or does
where
it mean
Tarzan also exists?
or does it mean Tarzan is like a mythological figure in this world?
I don't.
Like,
I mean, it's called The Legend of Tarzan.
Yeah, so
but they
maybe
didn't
it's
make
like-
any of that clear. So there's just a scene of him being like, "You are Tarzan," and it's Tarzan in like normal people clothes, and it's like, when did this happen?
Oh wait,
And then
okay.
like the final shot, like the stinger at the end, is like Tarzan fighting the ape that he's supposed to be friends with, and it's like, why is that happening? Why is any of this happening?
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
It's just like, I just don't get
You
it.
are Tarzan.
They've got a pretty cool cast, like between Samuel L. Jackson and Christoph Waltz and
Who's
Margot
Christoph
Robbie.
Waltz play?
Just some other fucking guy.
Like a human person.
Yeah.
No, I guess my confusion comes from like the Jungle Book is coming out and it's just filled with CGI animals played by a
Those
lot
are
of
animals that talk. That's
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
The animals all talk in Tarzan.
Yeah, and the animated Tarzan.
So what are they going for then? They're going for the
They're
book.
going for true grit.
Yeah, the book.
All right. I
I don't
think.
know. That's what they're going for.
Who cares?
I think we.
We exhausted this.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we.
We're done with Tarzan talk.
Fuck Tarzan.
Alright,
All right.
I think we're good.
Good.
All right.
All right. This concludes the final episode.
R.I.P.
cool. Well, yeah. Bye, Dan.
Bye.
Bye. He's never coming back.
It's true. I'll come back to visit. He hates us.
He's not allowed on the show anymore.
I don't want to be on
His
the show.
contract is up.
His contract, yeah, his contract. is up.
I'm not legally allowed to be on the show
He
anymore.
is to be replaced with the cheapest possible person, Seth Rogen.
All right.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.